Hi, I'm Bran, and I love Lifetime Christmas movies.
Hi, I'm Patrick Serrano, and I'm a Lifetime movie expert.
I'm Dan, and I despise Lifetime Christmas movies, and this is the Deck the Hallmark podcast.
Deck the Hallmark, it's his podcast.
Brandon and friends host this podcast.
We hope you like this jolly podcast.
Hi.
Oh, boy.
Wow. All right.
Patrick, hi. Merry Christmas. How was your Thanksgiving? Was it good?
Oh, so good. Gobble, gobble.
Gobble, gobble to you, obviously. Yeah.
Of course. What did you eat the most of?
Well, I just had charcuterie because my family left me for Ecuador. They're all in Ecuador.
Oh.
I know. I come home, I move home, and my family's like, "We're gonna go to Ecuador. See you later."
Why did you not get the invite to Ecuador? You couldn't go with, or you just didn't want to?
I was invited, but I work in theater. In theater, you don't get to have
theater
holidays.
waits for no one. That's right. That's the
yeah.
saying.
You've seen a Christmas movie or two with theater people,
and also this is the one.
Holidays.
This is the one time of year where we get to hang out with Patrick every week.
I know.
And if he had gone to Ecuador, that would have been brutal.
Would have been pretty mad.
I mean, I could still record in Ecuador. They have the internet.
They do? That's great news. You love to see that.
Somewhere outside of America has the internet? This is crazy.
Sometimes, though, they do lose power for days. So the rainwater powers the electricity there. So if it doesn't rain, then they don't have electricity. They have to turn it off.
Wow, they shut it down.
Man.
They shut it down. We are talking about Christmas in the Spotlight today. Patrick, you made some demands about the way in which we were going to talk about this movie and who you wanted to talk about this movie with.
You've brought a guest.
You've brought a guest. I feel like we're setting up like show and tell. Like, what'd you bring?
I know.
So what'd you bring?
It is show and tell.
Yeah. What
So,
we got?
You said he made demands like we would never have a guest on this program.
We
but
don't
Patrick
do guests.
was like,
Right?
There's somebody I'm bringing, and it was a whole thing. We had to make his rider. We didn't think it was going to happen.
We did.
We finally came to.
You got all those M&Ms?
Red M&Ms.
Yeah, you got them all. Though?
Oh yeah, just the red ones. Yeah, I got them all. So we have an oldie but a goodie here. Used to be the editor of my blog. God bless, because that blog has so many grammar mistakes now, and was on the podcast when we covered eating disorder movies. Rebekah Frese is here. Say hi, Rebekah.
Hello. How are you guys?
Doing great. How about you?
I'm great.
So why'd you quit doing the blog? Was it just the amount of work that you had to do to fix all the spelling, or?
It was a lot of work, and I couldn't. I had a full-time job, and this was another full-time job, and I just couldn't.
It was, and I didn't have the budget to keep paying her to, then I started writing a lot of blogs, and I was like, I don't know if I can pay you what I've been paying you for each blog. But Rebekah is here today because this movie deals with Taylor Swift, and I felt like Erin needs some backup. Erin gets a lot of crap on the show, being the producer. And
hold on,
I
don't know if that's fair. Erin, do you get a lot of crap?
You guys?
Erin, you don't get a lot of crap.
I mean, I think I get a lot of crap, but it's like with love.
Okay.
Love.
All right. I don't know if that's any better.
Look, I didn't
One
mean to
time
start
you called me trash girl.
Okay, wait a minute. Of all the things,
Trash girl, take a step back.
of all the things that have happened over the last 2 years that have mostly been Bran, you picked that out? Unbelievable.
Okay. All right. What I'm saying is Erin knows a lot about Taylor Swift, I'm sure, but we needed someone to come who had seen the movie so we could understand the Taylor Swift reference in context, right? Because it's not going to be me, it's not going to be Bran, and it's not going to be Dan, so we had to have an expert.
What makes you an expert on all things Taylor Swift?
Give us your Swiftie resume.
I love her, first of all. That seems like a big one.
It's a big one, yeah.
I have dressed up as her 3 times for Halloween.
Sure.
What eras?
So first time it was the Reputation era Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
And then
the worst era, I think we can all agree.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're just choosing violence.
Nobody made her do that.
I'm sorry.
It was us.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, everyone.
Then the red era.
Sure.
Of course.
And then this last one I did a Midnights. era.
The Midnights era.
Classic Midnights. You and I dressed up for the Midnights era.
And you guys, we couldn't have named all those eras.
No, we couldn't.
I couldn't.
Between the three of
That
us.
was only some of them.
It's all been downhill for her since 1989. That's been our take.
I agree with that. But Rebekah, if you could only listen to one Taylor Swift album for the rest of your life, which album would it be?
Oh, it'd be Reputation.
Yeah.
Hands down.
Producer Erin Shea is with you on that.
Actually, I don't think I am.
Wow. You went like
I know.
this.
I got really excited because I every cell in my body needs Reputation Taylor's version, but until I get that, I do think I'm choosing Tortured Poets Department.
Wow.
Interesting.
I know. I know.
I would have chosen Midnights.
No, I don't love Midnights as much.
Okay. All right. Well, this is tough.
I know.
Should we shut it down?
Do you have a Taylor Swift album that you like?
Yes, the 7-Eleven or maybe Target Christmas album, of course.
No, of course.
The
Classic.
is that the most? Was that what Christmas Tree Farm is on, or is that the one with Santa?
Christmas Tree Farm is just a single.
So is that the one with Santa Baby on it? Oh, that just sucks.
Yeah.
I hate that. I hate that. I hate it. I actively hate her rendition of Santa Baby and Silent Night.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
Whoa.
Man.
Okay.
I said what I said.
You can send your emails to Brian at deckthehallmark.com.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. This was what did you know going into this movie? Were you aware that this movie got a little bit of buzz because of the correlation and the connection? What did you know about it going into this, Rebekah?
About this movie. So I did listen to y'all's preview
I'm
episode.
sorry.
Thank you for that.
Yep. I knew more about the Hallmark movie.
Okay.
But this one, very clearly about Taylor Swift, but never explicitly says so.
Yeah, they can't, right?
I don't think so.
Right, because they didn't. No way Lifetime paid for the rights for this. They didn't even say NFL. They didn't even pay the NFL for the rights, right? Which I guess we'll get to that in a little bit.
Oh yeah.
But I knew pop star falls in love with a football player, and then I just watched from there.
All right.
I mean, kind of big. Are there? I would assume there's some pretty significantly obvious Taylor Swift Easter eggs in this film. Yes or no?
Absolutely. Okay. If I got them, then they're obvious.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's what I need to know.
And I would just want to say, the pop star falls in love with the football player is such an obvious plot. Why has no one thought of this before?
It's so weird that it took it being so big in the cultural zeitgeist for people to be like, we should make a movie about it. It's a trope, right? That's something.
It's like a no-brainer. It's like duh, this should totally be a thing. But no one's ever thought of this before. It's crazy to me.
It's weird. I do feel like in these movies where there's a celebrity, sometimes it's an athlete on Hallmark or Lifetime, the other person has to be a behind-the-scenes person. They have to be like a personal assistant, or they worked on the set, or they're a reporter. They're never these two. The trope is never big star, now two big stars. They never do that, and they probably should. I think they should. I think it makes a lot of sense. I'm interested to hear how Lifetime did it, but I think in general, probably a good idea.
Yeah. The Hallmark movie. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Patrick.
No, go ahead. Let's talk about the Hallmark movie at the top, because we're going to dive into Lifetime.
Then the Hallmark movie did the star person behind the scenes.
Both actually are behind the scenes in it.
Oh.
The Hallmark,
but he's a CEO of the football or something like that, right?
We've seen it. It's not out as of this recording. So
it comes out tonight,
it comes out tonight. Okay, so we still can't really give our take on it. But
got it.
He works for the fan He's not the CEO even. He's the guy that works for fan engagement, but he's one of 4 project managers, which is the weirdest part of that movie, actually, is that aspect of it. So yeah, neither of them are really famous, but they bring in plenty of cameos for what that's worth.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
Of actual famous people, because this movie has no famous people.
This movie does.
Jeannie Mai. You could say Jeannie Mai, who I love, but I don't know if she's famous. I don't think people know her.
I don't know who that is.
Jeannie Mai was Jeannie Mai was the agent. She was on The Talk, I think, maybe, and she was on a HGTV show or
the
E
fact
or
that
something.
you're the only one that knows who she is proves our not. Yeah, I think
no famous people. No famous people.
4 out of 5 dentists don't know who Jeannie Mai is.
Jeannie Mai.
Okay, the movie also stars notable people like Jessica Lord and Laith Walshling. He should have changed his name.
Wow.
Laith. I'm just saying. Look, this is a hard one.
Movie?
Christmas in the Spotlight. Laith Walschlager is what I would say.
Okay.
Walschlager.
Look, Walschlager. You're right. There we go. It just doesn't roll off the tongue.
It is not as easy to pronounce as Jessica Lord.
Yeah, Laith Walschlager.
We go with. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I think he's going to be a big deal.
I've never seen any of these two people before.
Either.
These two.
No.
I've never seen either of these.
What did I say?
I've never seen any of these two people.
I've never seen any of them.
I've seen any part of them.
Never seen any of them. Are either of these two leads, Jessica Lord or Laith, do they have a lifetime experience or no?
No, this is their first Lifetime movie.
Okay.
So
this movie cost $8 to make, like nothing.
Well, Discount Tire.
Yeah, pretty much paid the budget.
This movie is sponsored by Discount Tire, and that's all you need to really know about this movie. Big Discount Tire fans.
Also, there's no characters from this movie may have based on. There's no disclaimer at the beginning.
No,
it's just a standalone movie.
Yes. And I was reading a thing about the writer and like how she came up with the idea and like, no mention of like I based this on Taylor and
it just so happens they finally picked my script up.
It came to me in a dream. I've been pitching this movie for years. Trust me.
Yes. Okay. So let's jump in. The movie starts with a video shoot. We're like on set and it's a bop Christmas pop song. It's called I'll Be Alone for Christmas, and it's female empowerment. It is with lyrics like, I'm the star on my own tree, Merry Christmas to me. The pop star's name is Bowen Sykes, not Bowen Yang, which I kept writing Bowen Yang. And
sorry? What if Bowen Yang was in this movie, though?
Would have been great.
There's no way it could have been worse.
We love Bowen.
And I don't know anything about this movie, but Bowen Yang makes everything better. Come on.
Yeah, I like the song for what that's worth. I think we hear two different songs in this movie, and I like both of them.
We do.
For what that's worth.
Yeah. They're both very Swifty.
Yeah, Rebekah, would you say, like, I could hear a little Swift inspiration? I don't know, maybe a little bit.
Sure. Like, Discount Tire version of Taylor Swift.
Discount Tire version.
Fair.
That's
like,
right.
Absolutely.
For a movie about a musician, the songs were not very good.
There it is. This is the take that I need.
Well, they were catchy.
Knuckleheads.
I enjoyed it. I was like, this is nice.
I thought they were great.
Yeah.
For a lifetime budget.
I like Rebekah a lot.
I have heard a lot of songs in made-for-TV movies, and this is as catchy as they come.
What?
They are like made for the movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know.
We didn't have to watch the children sing.
That's right.
True.
That's right.
No children singing. They implied children singing, but we didn't actually have to hear it.
We didn't have to watch it.
That's the best type.
Love.
It's the best type of kids.
We love that.
That's one that's just implied.
So Bowen Sykes is a world-renowned pop star, but she wants something more. She doesn't have she's getting bored with the whole pop star thing. Her manager, Jeannie Mai, who we'll call Myra in this movie, she only speaks in Taylor Swift lyrics. Okay. She let me give you an example.
Okay.
Dan, why are you being so mean? You don't like my jacket? Well, I have a bad reputation for wearing jackets all the time, and you might want to take a picture because that picture is a picture to burn. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know about you, but.
I gotta be honest. I didn't pick up on any of this. Let
me keep going. I got this teen jacket when I was 15, but now I'm 22, and
she did not say that. I do remember the jacket.
Did.
She said I had it since I was 15, and now I'm 22.
Well, no, but she said she was 15.
Yeah,
but,
I do remember that.
You get the idea.
What's so funny is I didn't even pick up. I heard her say, "I've had it since I was 15," and I was like, "Okay, all right." This is a weird addition to this movie.
It happens over and over.
Yeah, I did write down all of the song lyric references.
Oh my gosh! How many you got?
1, 2, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
Oh my gosh. 17?
And then I checked my work with an Entertainment Weekly listicle.
Of course.
Of course.
And they did not have 17. I had much fewer. So I feel like they should have hired me to do the list.
Yeah, hire the That's like
Taylor Swift one every 5 minutes, guys. That is that is a Taylor Swift lyric reference every 5 minutes of movie time. Oh my goodness.
They left some very obvious ones on the table.
Can you get I literally didn't pick up on any of it. Can you just give me a couple
say,
of
look
them?
What you made me do, or I got a blank space, or the big.
Sure.
Okay, great.
Well, she did when they agreed that when she agreed that she was going to go out with the football player, she said, "Let the games begin," which is from Are You Ready for It? Right at the beginning. And then there was the title of The Alchemy, when the reporters are talking about how you can't deny the alchemy between these two people, which I don't think is how you're supposed to use the word alchemy, but we're going to let it slide. And then, the Why You Gotta Be So Mean. Right.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Definitely.
Man.
I'm telling you, most of them are given to Jeannie Mai to work into her.
This
lines.
writer not admitting that it has anything to do with Taylor Swift.
She wrote it a long time ago. If anything, Taylor took it from her.
Literally, listen to Shaggy. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. I'm just going to stick by it. This has nothing to do with him. I don't know what you're talking about.
That's right.
Yes. Okay, so we cut to the football field, and more importantly, the locker room. We get right to the locker room. I was like, "Whoa, I wasn't expecting this." The football player's name is Drew Gonville. He's shirtless. He's talking about not getting signed. His brother is the more famous quarterback named Rob.
He even has a brother?
Yes, he has a brother.
But in this movie, they play on the same team.
Okay,
his brother's a quarterback,
so it can't be the Kelceys.
It's definitely not the Kelceys.
Duh.
Very different.
Very different. And see, this is where also I'm in a bit of a blind spot. I'm I don't know anything about the football side of this. So Rob throws Rob and his wife Nicole, who only wears high heels in the movie. I just thought it was weird that she's the mom of the movie, but she's walking around the house in full high heel, stilettos.
And looks like she's never actually walked in them a day in her life.
Uh-oh.
True,
wow.
True. Hey,
yeah.
I mean, it takes a lot of practice. You got to put in the work early. You got to start when you're young.
Can I slide in another Taylor Swift reference?
Sure.
Here? Yeah. His name is Drew, which is the infamous reason for the teardrops on her guitar.
Yeah.
We were talking about that.
Yeah, before.
Yeah, and his number is 13, which is her favorite number as well.
Wow.
Which is very well known among the Swifties.
When you said that you brought a Taylor Swift expert, Patrick, I didn't for the life of me think we should be paying Rebekah for this kind of work. This is great stuff.
Look, I knew I was going to miss it all. I know when you say Taylor Swift's favorite number is 13, I'm I have heard that. Yeah,
I've heard that.
I knew that.
I didn't know that.
Just like I knew Britney Spears is from I don't know where she's from. I can't remember.
Come again?
What is that noise? Is there a rocket ship landing in the background?
I don't know what that is.
Somebody was going to give away Britney Spears' hometown, and some aliens showed up not on my watch. Whoa.
Okay.
You're about to say where she's from?
Don't say it.
No.
She's from Waka Waka Walla.
Yeah,
so everybody knows.
Great. See, I'm just saying that's why we have Rebekah. So,
we're in the locker room.
We're in the locker room. Now we're having a birthday party for the niece. The niece loves Bowen. She has a Bowen themed party. She does a little dance. It's really cute. Kid's not an annoying kid. The kid's like a normal kid, maybe slightly child actory, but not terrible. We got some traffic going on.
It's a traffic situation.
Are we being raptured?
Yeah, it's a traffic jam getting up to heaven.
Is the rapture real and I missed it?
Yes. But
okay,
go ahead.
For her birthday, Drew gets his niece a concerts to the whatever
concert
Bowen
tickets.
Concert.
Gets
Gets her concerts. Gets concert tickets. Yeah.
Yes. And they talk about they talk about Bowen as a celebrity, right? They drop a lot of Taylor stuff here too.
This is where the mom says, "Oh, she's gone full Arrowhead," because much like Taylor Swift has the Swifties, Bowen has the Arrows. That's what they call themselves, the fan base, because Bowen Arrows.
Bowen. Yeah.
Yes, Bowen Arrows.
And Arrowhead is also the name of the stadium where the Chiefs play.
It should have been renamed decades ago.
That's crazy.
Yes, it is called Arrowhead.
I mean, that seems like a different podcast topic.
Yeah, fair.
But all right,
we brought in the expert to talk about that. Come on in. No.
Oh, there we go. Okay, so the niece and Drew go to the concert. He's like recording the concert with his flash on for some reason. They sneak backstage and they get to meet Bowen, and he's like, "I'm a bomber," and she's like, "What?" And he's like, I know, I don't have a bomb. Like, I'm like,
is this
and
real?
She's like, "You have a bomb?" Yes, this is real.
Yes.
That's the name of the team. The team's name is like the Bombers.
The Bombers?
The Bombers. And he walks up to her and says, "I'm a bomber." And then he says, "I don't have a bomb."
This just seems like a mistake you would make.
It was the best.
Yeah.
It made me laugh. It made me audibly
It was
laugh
so like he's so awkward. Like, he's this big football star, but he is like such a little like goober. It was adorable.
It was very cute.
We loved it.
He's a bomber.
And they take pictures or whatever, and life moves on.
Yeah.
And the niece is like,
I was just gonna say he tries to take he takes a picture of his niece with Bowen, and then he's like, "Can I take a picture with you?" He asks for consent to put his arm around her, which she really liked. And then before right as he goes to take the selfie, her manager calls her, so she looks away. So he doesn't actually have a good picture of the two of them together. But he's gonna post it anyway.
Got it. Okay. So,
Patrick
you
could
saw
not
it,
have
right?
been more.
You saw it, right, Patrick?
Completely uncaring about your drop.
It was stupid. It was a stupid drop.
Got it. Thanks,
It was a
Bran.
stupid drop.
Back to what I've prepared.
I just want to say one more thing about this interaction. The niece is drags him, and she's like, "You're so weird, Uncle Drew. I'm never gonna have cousins because you're never gonna get married and find a woman."
Yeah,
and
the kid is harsh in this one.
She's very mean.
Yeah,
she's very mean.
She is quippy.
She's mean.
And everybody knows
why you gotta
Taylor
be so mean?
Swift has a niece who's also really mean. It's a tie-in.
Yeah, there's a whole mean niece
I'm getting
album
told it's
that
not
she made.
It's not true.
Hey, if the experts didn't say it, it's not true.
My niece Jeannie is not an album. I didn't know that.
It's coming out next year. She's gonna drop it.
That's Taylor's next
without
album.
announcing it.
Yeah, that's right.
It's gonna be
12 songs.
So,
8 minutes
even
long
though
each.
the picture's very bad, even though the picture's not great, Drew can't stop thinking about Bowen. He posts on social media and he's like, "Hey, come to a game sometime." He's just putting it out there in the world. And Jeannie Mai sees it and she's like, "Oh my gosh, you have to date this guy. I'm the football person. I love football." She starts talking about all his stats and all the football things that I don't understand, and neither does Bowen, by the way.
That's
Bowen's
right.
like, "I don't know anything about football." They're drinking wine the whole time. There's a lot of wine drinking in this movie, might I add. Since Jeannie Mai is the agent, she's like, "You could get more fans. You could get the Super Bowl halftime show."
Yeah.
Think about it.
Big game.
The big game.
The big
That's
game.
right.
Yeah, you can't say Super Bowl.
No.
Yeah,
Big game.
they didn't say. And Taylor Swift has never done the Super Bowl halftime, right?
No.
Oh, well, like
No,
she's so
she's
shook.
like very famously turned it down, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And yeah. Oh, go ahead,
Erin.
Well, for years she couldn't because it was sponsored by Pepsi and she has a Coke sponsorship. So for years she couldn't. It's no longer sponsored by Pepsi. She could, but she doesn't need to.
Yeah. Yeah, I was more recently though, there's always rumors and she always is like she doesn't. I don't know if they've offered or not, I guess.
Who's doing the halftime show this year?
Kendrick Lamar. So I think we're all winning there. Sorry.
I've heard of her. Yeah, I've heard of her. Great.
Sponsored by Discount Tire though now, which is huge get.
Yeah.
Huge get.
Super Bowl halftime show sponsored by Discount Tire.
I know,
wow.
everyone's getting a discount.
Big.
So they do get in touch. Bowen and Jeannie might reach out and set up a date. But they don't like give him like any more info. They just reach out on social media. It's like how I do most of my business dealings. I reach out on social media and I don't actually like exchange numbers and we just DM on Instagram. That's how Rebekah got on the show.
Right. That's actually kind of true. The message that she sends though is like, if you see an unknown number, like make sure you pick up.
Yeah.
So he gave her his number and then was just like, I guess I will answer every call that comes in.
Which he gets a lot of unknown number calls for the next 3 days.
Lots of spam calls and he's answering them all. His niece is literally playing tea with him, like a tea party. And she's like, I can tell you're stressed out here. And she gives him like the little teapot and she's like, spill the tea. And I was like, wow, this child is sassy.
She's sassy.
And then the phone rings. She answers the phone and it's Bowen. And she's like, he died.
Right. This is where she says, I'm sorry, Uncle Gonzo can't come to the phone right now.
Because she's dead. Yeah.
Yep. Which is another look what you made me do lyric.
I was just like, man, this little girl's ruthless. That's brutal.
I would have caught that one. I feel like.
I think if now that I know, I'm sure I would pick up on some of it. I just wasn't even thinking to look for it, which is my fault. I'm a dummy. Look what you made me do.
No,
That's
you're
why
not
I'm
a dummy.
here.
That's right.
So they set up a little dinner date, a post-practice dinner date. Bowen sends a car, and the car has a bag and in the bag is a disguise for Drew to wear. It's a Santa costume. So when he, leaves the car, no one will see it's him since they're like high-profile secret romance. And he's taken to an airplane hangar, which we all know about Taylor's airplane carbon emissions, and
that's right.
Unlike other planes, her planes emit carbon. That's right. Yeah. I can't believe
her planes notoriously.
She chose a plane that was bad for the environment. When there's so many planes out there, she could have chosen. It's like she doesn't care.
I don't know about Taylor Swift, but I know she has a bad carbon footprint. That's okay.
That's what we know.
You said it. You said it. Speaking of bad carbon footprints, let's take a break. Here on Deck the Hallmark. Welcome back to the Discount Tire podcast. We're talking about
presented by Philo. Actually, it's not presented. It's just Philo.
The movie
TV/DTH.
That's exactly
not
right.
Discount.
And
Tire.
you could watch the movie on Philo and find out that the movie is indeed sponsored by Discount Tire.
And you can watch us there as well.
Yes, you can.
Yep.
Patrick, he just got to the airport hangar. They're about to have their first date.
It's going to be terrible for the environment.
On the private jet. Yeah. They don't fly anywhere. So I think maybe Bowen doesn't really fly the plane. It's just for fun. It's just her little club, and they have dinner, have some wine. They watch a movie on an iPad, and
where he says, I feel like I'm in a movie. Which Taylor does have a song called "If We Were a Movie" that was originally written for Hannah Montana.
Oh, well, I love Montana.
There you have it.
I love Hannah Montana.
It's the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
Why don't we lead with the Hannah Montana references? So they talk about things, and we learn that she wasn't really close to her parents. Like her mom was a gypsy level stage mom.
Sure.
things are not good in that relationship. Like Bowen is estranged from her whole family, and her dad died, and this is very much not in line with Taylor Swift's life. Like Taylor Swift has like very supportive parents. Even I know that. And
the writer's like, they're very different people.
Very different people.
You just gotta cover the bases.
She's lost the joy for performing. She doesn't like, she's like wanting more fun in her life. And Drew's like, I promise I will bring fun into your life. I'm a fun guy. I will take you on a second date and we are going to have fun.
That's right.
And he says, but he does the Mandy Moore thing. He does the Mandy Moore thing. And
Walk to Remember.
Walk to Remember.
That's right.
Don't fall in love with me. Or, and then I'll get leukemia and die.
That's right. And everyone knows Walk to Remember, Taylor Swift's favorite movie.
Yep.
No,
okay.
Rebekah, what were you going to say?
I'm trying to.
Oh,
it better not be. Go ahead.
They even do a pinky promise about it. That comes up later.
Pinky promise.
Yes.
Yeah. I would hope that Walk to Remember is not anyone's favorite movie. Oh,
boy.
Oh. Well, it's someone's, and
I'm sorry for
not mine.
Yeah.
It's not mine. But I have seen it a lot. Anyways, so we get our Jake Gyllenhaal character introduced in this little random scene.
Jake Gyllenhaal character.
He's like a mix between a Jake Gyllenhaal and a Joe Alwyn.
Oh.
Yeah.
Looks more like Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yes.
Reputation more like Joe Alwyn.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Great. Yeah. You got that, right?
I tracked that.
Okay.
I wrote that
those
down.
are the vibes that you
I thought that was a great reference.
Great.
For Bran, the character's name's Hudson Peters. He's the ex-boyfriend actor who wants who wants Bowen. Now I'm getting all confused. He wants Bowen to go on a red carpet with him for publicity, and he's like, you couldn't possibly, be dating anybody else because you're unlovable and you're terrible and everyone hates you.
Wow.
And, he's like nagging her. And then Jeannie Mai's like, you need to drop dead and you're the worst. And I'm not joking. Like, I actually hate you. Get out of my face.
That's right. He is the worst, to be fair.
He is the worst. But Drew, the relationship's still going on. It's a big secret, though, huge secret. Drew asks Bowen if he can tell his mom, and she says, that's okay. Like, you can tell your mom as long as she keeps it a secret. So he asks his mom for the secret family lasagna recipe. And it's really cute because the brother walks in on them, like, talking, and he's like, what secret are you guys talking about? And the mom's like a notorious, terrible liar. So she's like, kind of like me thinking of Britney Spears' hometown.
McGillicuddy.
Right.
Walla.
And she's like, oh, the lasagna recipe. He wants me to give it to him, but I'm not going to. But she does, and it impresses Bowen. She's like, this has got to be like so good. Like, I love that you're close to your family. They just have they admire each other. Like, she likes his family reputation and he likes like her hustle, her work.
That's right.
Flow.
So she's going to come to his family's cabin and he's going to make lasagna and it's going to be a whole thing. She kind of like comes out of the woods in a big jacket and a mask. And I don't know where she came from really, but
she comes in full sunglasses, black jacket, hood up, scarf, and like a ski mask.
Yeah, I don't know where she came from. She said she parked, got dropped off, and came through the woods, is what she says, right?
It could be a walk through the woods, you might say. Is that a Taylor Swift song? No.
She came out of the woods.
Could be a walk to remember.
There you go.
Thank
you.
Yeah.
Into the
out of the woods. She came out of the woods.
Is that why she said it? Out of the woods?
Probably.
Did you write that down?
I didn't write that one down.
We're up to 18!
We're up to 18, yeah.
Wow.
I'm going to write it down.
Write that down. Send it to EW.
Write that down. Yeah. Be like, look, guys, I have some notes. Okay. But they're like doing a puzzle like in the cabin. She loves puzzles. That helps her de-stress. And who knew a puzzle could be so sexy? Like they're like, having really steamy chemistry.
They sexify the heck out of this puzzle. They're like,
it is sexified puzzle.
They're like doing a thing, and he's like, it's gonna go here, and then a puzzle here, and it's like, all right.
Oh,
You're doing puzzles wrong this whole time.
Reenacting what happens when we do puzzles.
I'm sorry. I know that
seems
for
like
you
a
and
personal thing for you to just.
It's a very
philo.tv/DG.
And then she crawls into his lap.
Crawls into his lap.
Yeah, to distract him because apparently they're racing to do the puzzle.
Yeah, it's a race.
There's a lot of contests in these TV movies for no reason.
They then go into the kitchen because they're gonna try some pie, and
the pie is ready.
The pie's ready. She accidentally, or he somehow, wine spills on his shirt, so he has to take off his shirt, and she has never seen a shirtless guy in her life. Is blown away by this fella's abs.
Well, actors and indie rockers strumming guitars, they don't get you abs like that.
They don't.
Yeah,
they don't.
Right.
And she's like, "Can I touch the abs?"
Yeah, Dan.
It's a whole thing.
She says, "Can I touch your abs?" And then she proceeds to touch like 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh my
God! Like it's Simon, you know.
And she says, "Can I touch your abs?" And he says, "You can do whatever you want to with them."
Yeah,
you can do whatever you want to with them.
I don't know, something like that.
To his abs.
To his abs.
To his abs. Yes.
And we'll stop there.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, that is where it stops because the rest of the football team shows up at the cabin. They're all broing out.
That's right.
They're like honking their horn outside, and they're like,
we love you.
Like we're here, and the
whole football team, like all 55
just a few,
of them?
just a couple.
Got
his brother.
I don't know how many is on a football team, but it seemed like the whole team to me.
There's more than
4 on
5.
Yeah.
5.
Yeah.
There were like 4 of them.
Okay, so not even
the
a
whole
tenth
squad
of the football.
folds
Got it.
Not even a whole side.
No.
Oh no, the kicker, the quarterback, and the wide receiver.
Look at
and then the bench. The man on the bench.
Running back? What position what position does
we need a center.
Travis Kelce play?
Tight end.
No, I know you knew that. I was asking Patrick.
I would have never
But
known.
Erin's here for trivia today.
Did you think Dan didn't know?
Yes.
What in the world, guys?
I zoned out for a minute, and then I heard a trivia
Aaron was
question,
like,
and I responded.
In her defense,
Aaron loves trivia.
her trivia place closed down. She's having a tough time. She's trying to find a new trivia place.
I don't know any more football references.
All right.
But Drew is like, Bowen, you have to hide. She goes and runs and hides. Like outside.
Yeah.
She's freezing. She's like jumping up and down. His brother's giving him a hard time. And, he's making up lies. He goes out. He talks to Bowen. He's like, look, I don't know if I want to keep lying to everybody. It doesn't feel good to lie to my family and lie to, like, the world. So... the popo.
Oh, sorry, that's me.
Look, if you couldn't tell, Rebekah lives in DC. Rebekah lives in DC.
Right in there.
Right in the DC. So there's a lot happening,
No, it's fine.
But Bowen's like, I'm not ready to go public with you. I'm not ready to be in a public relationship with anybody. It's been like so traumatic, like my past relationships, that I don't want to put myself through that or you through that. And they decided to take a break.
That's right. Can't do it.
Gotta take a break.
And I know I said that I could, but I can't. And so that's, admirable.
Yeah.
Admirable.
Just being an adult.
Because they're starting to like each other too much.
That's right. And they pinky promised.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They did. So Jeannie Mai talks Bowen through the breakup, giving her a pep talk in Taylor Swift lyrics. It's only exclusively. It finally becomes Thanksgiving. Oh, you have something, Rebekah?
Well, we missed. So one of the football players comes out and catches them.
Right. Yeah.
And then, this is right before they have the will we, won't we conversation. And he's like, well, can I tell my girlfriend Cassandra? Which is another Taylor Swift song.
Cassandra?
The name Cassandra is the name of a Taylor Swift song.
Wow.
Is there a Taylor Swift song called Patrick?
I don't think so, Patrick. I'm so sorry.
Okay, I'm just checking. I just, I didn't know Cassandra had one, so maybe I had one.
I'll write you one, Patrick.
Marcus has one.
Oh, thank you.
Marcus
has one?
Yeah.
Steven.
Yeah.
There's a Steven.
Mm-hmm.
There's a Hey Steven, yeah.
Hey Steven.
Hey Steven.
How are you doing? Hey Steven.
I would listen to this song. Yeah.
You're in for a bruise and hey Steven.
A bruise? And what in the world is this song about?
No, you have to listen to the whole thing.
All right.
The bridge is
so after the lovely speech from Taylor Swift lyrics that we just did. Basically, we reenacted Jeannie Mai's speech there. Bowen and Jeannie Mai show up to the football game in the family's box seats. They're cheering him on. The relationship is public. There was some like the press, like we start getting like clips of the press now, like starting to talk about the relationship too. And they're like really shady, like news, like just the worst.
Yeah.
They're just so mean.
This is I think it's called off the field or something. So it's kind of like the ESPN Sports Center desk or whatever that. I don't watch ESPN either, but that kind of like talk show.
Okay.
They're really talking it up though.
Yeah. Talking it up.
Yeah. And the family like loves Bowen, of course. They invite her to join them for Thanksgiving on Black Friday.
Mm-hmm.
So they go public. And the rumors are swirling about Bowen using Drew to gain new fans from the NFL, or maybe they say the NBL or another abbreviation of some kind.
Bombtown, USA, etc.
Expand the audience. Expand the audience. But Bowen's like, I don't care. Like, I'm going to just live my life. She takes Drew to like all these fancy events and he like just eats all the hors d'oeuvres. Like that's really, he's there to like hold a purse and eat hors d'oeuvres.
That's right. And there's one fancy event where Hudson Peters kind of corners her and does this whole, like, I know what's going on here. And she like sarcastically is like, oh, you know me, I'm only dating him for publicity. It's what I need, blah, 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 type of thing. And I'm thinking,
he's a big dumb jock.
Yes. So I'm thinking he's overhearing all of this because I've seen
you've seen a Hallmark movie.
You've seen a Lifetime movie.
That's right. But that's not exactly what happens with this conversation. Although it does lead ultimately to a misunderstanding. But that's not what happens. But we'll get there.
It does.
There are also so many Taylor Swift references in this particular scene.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So they walk in and he says, you're the best thing at this party, which is from a Taylor Swift song called You're Losing Me. Wow. And then when the ex-boyfriend comes up, she says that he thinks he's Wonderland because there's he calls her the Alice to his Mad Hatter. And there's a Taylor Swift song called Wonderland.
Wow.
Wow, man, we're doing it.
And to think, I just thought I watched a movie.
Yeah,
I'm learning so much.
Can I tell you why I'm going to end up, and I don't want to spoil it, I'm going to end up putting a cork in this movie is because I would have been somewhere in between your viewing experience and Rebekah's viewing experience, which is I'm catching a few of these. I know there's a lot more, and it would just be a big eye roll for me because I'm not a fan enough to really dig in and get in the weeds. But I wasn't watching it like you and just didn't notice any of them. Like I would have been somewhere in between and I would have been like, I know this movie's trying to play on two levels without getting the permission to play on any, and it would drive me nuts. Sorry, go ahead.
There's a deep cut here that I don't know if they meant to do, but his last name is Peters. And she says, grow up, Peter, which is the name of another song. And there's a lot of, Taylor Swift has a lot of like Peter Pan and Wendy
interesting
imagery in several of her songs. And so I thought she said grow up, Peter, but grow up, Peters.
Interesting.
I don't know.
Well,
that may have been on accident.
Yeah.
But
well, I don't think the screenwriter clearly didn't mean to do any of
the
these.
Screenwriter
Total
accident. This is all just an absolute misunderstanding. This movie's been in the hopper for a decade. There's nothing. There's no way.
Definitely not about Taylor Swift.
No, you're reading into it.
This is also the point where they left because we are never getting back together. Mm-hmm. Would be too on the nose, right? So she never says that, even though perfect opportunity.
I know.
Yeah. That's the kind of movie I thought we were going to get is that movie. Yeah.
Right.
Deep cuts only. We can't get in trouble for this.
We can't get in trouble for it. It was just an accident. Like, grow up, Peters. Like, you don't know if that's a thing or not. We don't know.
Yep. So they have this conversation.
They do. And she leaves with Drew and tells him he's the best boyfriend ever because he's like a little like feeling like a fish out of water. He's not feeling great. And they kiss and it's like very romantic. It's like super romantic. And then Drew gets a call from his agent and he is getting like an offer to go to the LA football team.
That's right. Big money.
Unnamed.
Money.
Double the salary.
What?
He's so excited.
It's the LA knife fight. I don't know.
Yeah, something. They don't say
all the team names are very violent in this league.
Right? But Bowen doesn't seem so happy about it. She seems like she wants to stay in town with his family, and like she like seems to be not excited about him going to LA because he would be changing. He would be changing too much.
She doesn't want him to move.
Yes,
got it.
No. Jeannie Mai says, all too well. I caught that one.
They are.
She said the all too well. But she gives the advice. More Taylor Swift lyrics, I'm sure, are in that. But basically, she comes around and she's like, okay, well, if he wants to move to LA, that's a good thing. He wants to be with me. That's a good thing. Suddenly, Bran, tell me if this came out of nowhere. I was watching a dollop of Daisy commercial, and then all of a sudden the brothers are fighting.
Been there. But yes, I do feel like the brother fight did come out of nowhere. He tells his brother about this offer, and his brother gets really mad, and he kind of talks about, how he just kind of
he doesn't talk. He doesn't talk.
He yells.
He screams.
Yeah, that's right.
He says, I'm tired of living in your shadow. And I said, living in your shadow? That's an Ashley Simpson reference.
Let's go.
Someone else's dream.
So we've got Mandy Moore and Ashley Simpson also getting shout outs in this episode.
Screenwriter can't get in trouble for this.
That's right.
Can't
no
get
way.
in trouble.
Right.
But it was a boisterous conversation.
Which is wild because a brother that played football would never be mad at his other brother for leaving to take more money to play football. That happens all the time. It would never.
That's what I wrote down.
Oh, perfect.
I was like, why would the football brother not, or why would they act like he doesn't understand the business?
If anyone would understand it, it would be him. Like that would be number one on the list of people that would cut you some slack and be like, this is the right thing to do.
For sure.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I also felt like there was some of this, like, maybe he even said it, but like, you're only getting this deal because of Bowen, like some of that type of thing. And he's like, I can do this myself. Like, I can
do it with a broken heart. That's what I've said for years.
You said it, bud.
Yeah.
There you go. Our Donna Kelsey stand-in. I really like this actress, the mom. The mom.
She was great.
She takes Drew outside. She's so good. And she's like, I can understand why you're feeling this way and like why you feel like you're living in the shadow, because like it was just easier. You two were brothers. We had you just do all the same things growing up. So you just kind of played football because your brother played football and so on and so forth. And you never got to be like the leader of your own thing. So you should just take a minute, think about what you want to do and then do that because it's not fair. You shouldn't be just doing whatever your brother does or whatever your brother says.
That's right.
It was a good talk.
Good talk.
Yeah, it was like a Mike Brady level.
Oh, wow. Sage advice.
Yeah, Mike
Loving
Brady.
wisdom.
Sage advice.
All right.
Yes. Hudson Peters, our Jake Gyllenhaal stand-in, leaks the conversation to the press. Where
apparently he's mic'd, like they're recording some sort of documentary or something, and
there was a lady following him with a camera phone and a ring light.
Yeah, and that's all you need.
A plugged-in ring light, like with an extension cord.
And so he has the audio of her saying the thing sarcastically and just leaks that part of the conversation. So a different take on the misunderstanding for what it's worth,
And Drew is upset. Like he thinks it's real. A lot of bad press comes, and this is where like the press gets negative, and they're like, she's never gonna have a boyfriend. She's talking about people like that. But very quickly the Hudson Peters assistant quits and releases the whole clip and says, "Look, we were trying to manipulate the media,
instead of 3 years later." Yeah.
Yeah. Instead of
release the Hudson Peters assistance cut. And they did, to their credit. They did.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
So Bowen deals with the breakup the only way she knows how. She writes a song. She strums on a guitar clumsily and sings some lyrics about love being a game.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
A football game, if you will.
A football game.
Will.
Yeah.
And I will.
Bran, I know you play guitar. Was she really playing guitar in this movie? I couldn't tell.
Interesting. Thanks for bringing it up.
Great question, Patrick.
At the gala where she plays the whole song, she is playing real chords, but
I thought so.
But the chords don't match what's being played, which is interesting. So she clearly knows how to play guitar, but she wasn't the one responsible for writing that song.
Right.
So
I was like,
yeah.
This hand looks like it's doing things.
She's
the one
doing
up by
stuff.
the net.
She's changing chords.
And the other one, I was like, I don't know if the strums are going with the strumming.
Yeah, I think but also like she
those
was
are technical terms for you listeners at home. I don't know if the strums are going with the strumming, but
she was just changing chords, and that's more than what most people do. So good there.
Right. And the while we're on this little Christmas gala performance, the song that she performs is a song she writes for Drew, and it's very Michelle Branchy.
Okay.
It's very Michelle Branchy.
The
guitar,
I can see that.
me.
Yeah, it was very the same, like. Did
you
know? Like,
did you notice that sounded like the Goo Goo Dolls?
That's right.
Did you?
Well, also.
Did you notice how there was one Christmas tree behind her that was potentially the brightest Christmas tree I've ever seen? That tree was so bright.
Something
I even
was
showed
about
it.
to catch on
I was
fire.
like, you got to look at this.
He showed me a still. It was unbelievable.
All the other trees are normal, and then there's just one that's like, bah! It was a lot.
Yeah. I mean, that's aspirational, right?
Yeah.
I think so.
That's that discount tire money. Can't hide it.
That's right. You can't. There's nothing you can do.
There you go. So the Christmas gala is, of course, for the football team. It brings everyone back together. But before this performance, we get a little scene where the niece gives Drew a bracelet, and it's the Taylor Swift friendship bracelet. We all have them for Bramblefest.
That's right.
So that's another nod that I caught that I was like, oh, the bracelet.
Yes.
Yeah. I made one for a hockey player. Haven't been able to give it to him yet. We all.
Well, be careful. He'll fall in love with you.
What's the hockey player? Can we shout him out? Can we try to get
girl can dream?
Yeah.
His name is Jacob Vrana. He plays for the Washington Capitals.
Okay, Jacob Vrana, if you're listening.
If you're listening.
Big DTH fan.
Come on.
Trying to get a friendship bracelet to you, bro.
Gotta shoot my shot. It worked for Drew and Bowen.
It did work for Drew and Bowen.
Who are definitely not Travis and Taylor.
That's right.
No
way.
Definitely not.
Any comparison is completely coincidental.
That's right.
The song isn't terrible at the Christmas gala, and she gives a speech, and she promises not to fumble her chance at love again.
And she's like, I'll make it perfectly clear this song is about Drew. Does one of those things where she's like, this is what this song's about.
Yeah. And then Drew runs in and he's like, I love you. And they're like, let's go. Let's freaking go.
She says, before kissing,
let's freaking go, man.
She says, let's freaking go. Before they kiss.
The second time that's happened.
Let's freaking go.
No. Let's freaking go.
And this was where she's like, I promise I'll love you. And he comes in and he's like, is that a pinky promise?
Oh.
And yeah, that was gross. I didn't like that part.
No.
Let's freaking
we
go.
Don't. Yeah, we're adults. We don't pinky swear anymore. We get a final scene of Christmas morning. He gives her a present. His present to her is a puzzle piece because she's the missing piece of him.
That's right.
And she gives him, I forget.
The puzzle. So here's the thing that was crazy to me is she gives him the puzzle that they put together that was missing the piece at the cabin. He gives her the missing puzzle piece, and then she puts the puzzle piece onto the. So there's no glass covering that sucker.
No.
This is a picture frame where at any given time the puzzle pieces can still just pop out.
What's the point of the frame?
There is none. There's
That's
no
right.
point.
Yeah.
But it happened, and they did it, and that's the movie.
Wow.
That's
we did it.
the movie. Okay, so now it is time for us to say whether we would put a cork in it or pour it up. We'll start with Dan because we already kind of know where he's going. But Dan, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I've got to put a cork in this because I heard the "let's freaking go" thing. No,
Let's freaking go.
No, I think that like from what has been described to me, I think I would hate this movie. And Taylor Swift isn't for me, but like she's undeniable. She's an amazing songwriter. She's a whirlwind. She's a boss bee of a human being who makes great decisions.
Boss baby?
At Boss Baby, yeah, different. No, thing altogether. She makes great business decisions. She thinks things through. She empathizes. She's a magnate that is better at being a magnate than people that spend their lives studying business to try to be magnates are. She's an unbelievable person and pop star. Not my thing, but that doesn't mean she's not good. She's amazing. This movie trying to capitalize on her, good for him. I don't care. I'm fascinated to see if she watched it or not. I think the problem is from what I've heard, it seems like really deep cut references by the dozens and lines like "let's freaking go." And I don't want those two things to me add up to absolutely not ever. I don't want to watch it. So maybe the movie's better than that. I'm seeing some chatter in the chat that it is better than that. But for me and my house, no. So that's what I'm going with. I'm going to put a cork in it.
And that's fair. That's fair.
I think that's fair.
Rebekah, as the Swiftie, let's see what you think, because I feel like it could go either way.
I wrote down, ew, why do I kind of like it? And then later wrote down, I hate that I like this so much. Because, when you watch a Lifetime movie, you have to suspend reality a little bit. So if you can divorce it from the Taylor and Travis of it all, because, again, not about...
No.
A terrible movie.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a bad movie. It's a made-for-TV movie on Lifetime, but it's not terrible. And I really enjoyed the deep cuts. So I think I'd pour it up.
Okay. And Bran?
In the words of Bowen.
Let's freaking go.
Let's freaking go. I loved it. I thought it was fantastic. I had a blast. The chemistry with these two was off the charts.
See, I don't get any of this during this. You know what I mean?
As Bowen would probably say, off the freaking charts.
Yeah.
It was lovely. Yeah, there was some great chemistry between these two and some great moments. It worked. And the music wasn't bad. So a big win for Bran. Really enjoyed it. And I don't care about these two at all. So
there you have it.
There you go. Patrick?
There you go. And so I would say, like, along the lines of, like, so we watch a lot of Christmas movies at Christmas. This was not very Christmas related. It just was set at Christmas or around the holidays. Not even Christmas had little to nothing to do with this movie. So I think that helped it in a way, because we're just getting a love story, and which is a Taylor Swift song. And we're getting a nice love story. It's more about the chemistry of the actors, less about the plot, less about anything the Taylor Swift of it all.
Yeah.
It was like two good actors who like had nice chemistry.
They were
were
both
fun to watch
really
for
good.
Hour and a half. Yeah. So no synopsis or recap's going to do this movie justice. You just got to watch it and get in the vibes. And then if you are a Taylor Swift fan, I think that you would be like, oh God, I like this movie. Yeah. And it also has a bunch of references to something that I already like.
Let's freaking go.
Wow. And it wasn't very Christmassy and you didn't care?
No, yeah, this was barely Christmassy.
Normally that's a big deal breaker for you.
Yeah, chemistry was good.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Chemistry was good.
Seems like a sliding scale there. I didn't get any of that, obviously. You guys did a great job of keeping your opinions close to the vest. I just, based upon what I had, it's an absolute no-go. But it sounds like I need to give it a shot, guys.
Should we watch it?
Should we?
Yeah, should watch it together.
Yeah.
I mean, definitely. Only on company time. I'm not watching it in my spare time. We should watch it. We can watch it.
Yeah, you guys should watch it. It'll be a
lot
of
of fun. Turn it on while he's doing Christmas morning tomorrow.
We did it. Amen. Congratulations to us. Patrick,
Yay.
Rebekah, anything else for the people?
I can't hear her.
I don't know. For some reason, we lost Rebekah, but Rebekah was great.
Jason Vorma, if you're out there, what was his name?
I don't remember, but he's great.
Paul Vorhaus? What's his name? I don't remember his name now.
Lars Vorhaus.
Yeah. We're having a 2 peppermint mocha moment.
Yeah, we are.
Here.
Yeah, it's okay.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Patrick, anything else for the people?
No, I think we'll see you next week. It's gonna be amazing.
We're actually off next week, but we will.
Oh, right.
but we'll be back.
Right. I knew that.
We'll be back in 2 weeks for Make or Bake Christmas. Make or Bake Christmas, which is a lot of fun. Rebekah, I think you're working again.
Yay. Okay, great. I'm back.
Anything else you want to say to the people?
Or people can follow you or anything like that. Anything last thing you want to say?
Sure. I'm on Instagram at Rebekah Frese, just my name.
Frese boy.
Yeah, this is great.
Love it.
Amazing.
Thanks for joining us, Rebekah. We appreciate it.
This was so much fun. LifetimeOnCork.com. All holiday season, all movies, all the time. Until next time, maybe the first to wish you a Merry Christmas.
Deck the Hallmark's The Bramble Jam podcast is produced by Aaron Shea. For more information on Deck the Hallmark, you can go to deckthehallmark.com. For more information on the Deck the Hallmark family, you can go to bramblejamplus.com. Deck the Hallmark is presented by Philo TV. For a free trial of Philo, go to philo.tv/DTH.